Welcome to Piano Chat. I'm Dave, and today I'd like to talk to you about replacing keytops. I was recently invited to work on a Lehr upright piano dating from 1911. The keytops on this piano are natural ivory, which means that each keytop has 3 different pieces of ivory. Fortunately, only the heads came loose, which meant that I could do the repair without removing the key from the piano. Removing the key would have required some disassembly for this old upright. You can see that there are 4 loose ivory heads and 2 additional ivory heads that are completely missing. I'm going to show you the process I went through to prepare and re-glue the loose heads and the replacement of the missing ivory with a synthetic ivory part. If you've never seen real ivory keytops, in certain light you can see grain in the ivory, much like wood grain. The synthetic keytops have a simulated grain that mimics the look of real ivory, but are made out of acrylic. For this video, I'm showing only the repair on the keys that had the missing ivory, but the process for re-gluing the original ivory is the same. This repair has 2 main steps: prepare the surfaces and glue the heads. To prepare the surfaces, I sanded the top of the wood key to remove any old glue residue, plus the oils and dirt left behind by hands that played the piano while the key heads were missing. I lightly sanded the back of the new key head as well. This created the best surface for the new glue. After sanding, I did a vacuum cleanup before starting the gluing process. The gluing happened in 2 stages. Most of the time, acrylic keytops are re-glued with a PVC epoxy. I wanted to try an older gluing method that would work for both ivory and acrylic. The method I used was a combination of PVA glue and a thin CA glue. I used a round, stiff-bristled paintbrush to apply the PVA glue. This allowed me to get a thinner but more even coverage on the wood. I also dappled it a little to create a textured adhesive surface. I needed to wait for this glue to get tacky before moving on, and it usually takes about 5 minutes to do so. After my timer went off, I put a light layer of the thin CA glue on the underside of the keyhead. I decided to wear a glove on the hand that would be holding the keyhead with the CA glue on it, since CA glue bonds instantly. Then I turned the keyhead right side up and stuck the CA glue side to the PVA glue on the wood. I worked it around some to ensure a good mix of the PVA glue and CA glue. Then I checked the position of the keyhead on the key before I held it in place for about a minute. There were a few spots where the glue mix squeezed out on the side, so I cleaned that up with a paper towel. I advised the piano owner to let the glue cure for about 1 to 2 hours before playing. All in all, this was a rather quick repair, so if any other keyheads come off on this piano, then it's no problem at all. Well, that's it for today's episode of Piano Chat with Dave. Feel free to comment or reach out if you have any questions. My contact information is at the end of the video. Also, please like and subscribe to the channel to be notified of future episodes. Until next time, thanks for stopping by.